Good morning. Today we will start a new chapter, matrices, which we have already finished everything in the first year. So I will give you brief description about the matrices. So I will give you just brief description about the matrices, matrix. And the plural of matrices. We are already in this chapter, the first year. What is a matrix? The arrangement of elements in rows and columns is called as a matrix. The horizontal arrangement is called as rows and the vertical arrangement is called as columns. So size of the matrix or order of the matrix is nothing but number of rows by number of columns. Number of rows by number of columns. So order of this is 2 by 2 because there are 2 horizontal rows, 2 vertical columns. Like this. Usually a matrix which is represented A11 first row first column element, A12 first row second column element, A13 first row third column element and so on till A1n. So first row nth column element and like A21 second row first column, second row second column, second row third column, second row nth column. Like if I continue m rows like this, then AM1, AM2 and so on till AMN. So the size order of this matrix is m by n. Order of this matrix is m by n. This will represent like this: A is equal to A of ij of the size m by n. M by n. All this belong. If number of columns is only one, means contains only one column, then it is called as a column matrix. What is a column matrix? It contains only one column. Column matrix. Column matrix means contains only one column. 1, 2, 3 like this. This is column matrix. Next, row matrix. What is a row matrix? Row matrix means contains only one row. Like 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. Only one row is called as row matrix. Next, rectangular matrix. Rectangular matrix. Rectangular matrix means number of rows equal to number of columns. Number of rows not equal to number of columns. Then it is called as rectangular matrix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is of size 2 by 3. Rows not equal to columns. So number of rows not equal to number of columns. Then it is called as rectangular matrix. 2 by 3 means 2 rows and 3 columns not equal. M is not equal to n. Then it is called as a rectangular matrix. Next, square matrix. Square matrix. Square matrix means number of rows equal to number of columns. This is a square matrix. 2 by 2. Rows equal to columns. It is a square matrix. If number of rows equal to number of columns, then it is called as a square matrix. Next, null matrix. What is a null matrix or a zero matrix? Null matrix or zero matrix is nothing but if all the elements are zeros. Like this. This is a zero matrix or the null matrix. Usually represented 2 by 2. This is 2 by 2 null matrix. Like 3 by 3 means 3 rows, 3 columns, all zeros. If null matrix are part of 3 by 3. So null matrix means all the elements are zeros. It is called as null matrix. Next, diagonal matrix. Diagonal matrix. What is a diagonal matrix? Diagonal matrix. All these types of matrices we already discussed in first year only. Just I am recollecting all. What is a diagonal matrix? Diagonal matrix means excluding the diagonal, remaining elements are zero. Excluding the principal diagonal, all the remaining elements are zeros. Then it is called as diagonal matrix. A11 0 0 0 A21 A22 0 next 0 0 A33 like this. This is a 3 by 3 diagonal matrix. So excluding principal diagonal, remaining elements are zeros. Remaining elements are zeros, then it is called as a diagonal matrix. Or this can be represented like this: A equal to A of ij m by n, and here if I equal to j, I not equal to j, then aij equal to 0. Here I not equal to j, aij equal to 0. If I equal to j, there will be some element. Means principal diagonal, there will be some element. If I not equal to j, aij equal to 0. Then such A equal to A of ij is called as diagonal matrix. Is called as diagonal matrix. Next, scalar matrix. Scalar matrix. What is a scalar matrix? What is a scalar matrix? Scalar matrix means in a square matrix, if all the principal diagonal elements are equal and the remaining elements are 0. If all the principal diagonal elements are equal, same, and the remaining elements are 0, means k 0 0, 0 k 0, 0 0 k. Like this. Previously these three need not be equal. Diagonal matrix means these three need not be equal, but in a scalar matrix these three must be equal. Either 1 1 1 or 2 2 2 or 3 3 3, whatever may be. So these three must be equal. That's why I keep k k k k. So diagonal elements are equal and the remaining elements are zeros. Principal diagonal element. Diagonal here I will call it as the principal diagonal. So principal diagonal elements are same and the remaining elements are zeros. Then it is called as a scalar matrix. Then it is called as a scalar matrix. Next, if that principal diagonal elements k equal to 1, then it becomes a unit matrix. So next one is unit matrix. Unit matrix. Representation I. So unit matrix means principal diagonal elements are 1, remaining are zeros. Principal diagonal elements are 1, remaining are zeros. Then it is called as unit matrix or identity matrix. Or identity matrix is represented with I. This is I 3 by 3 means 3 by 3 identity matrix. Like 2 by 2 identity matrix is 1 0 0 1. This is 2 by 2 identity matrix. So I 2 by 2 like this. So this is identity matrix. Identity matrix means a scalar matrix if all the principal diagonal elements are equal to 1 here. Here need not be 1, any value but same. Can be 2, 3, 4 like that. All 2's or all 3's like that. But here only 1. So that is called as unit matrix. Next. All these types we already discussed. Types of matrices we discussed. Unit matrix and all. Next, triangular matrix. Upper triangular, lower triangular. Upper triangular matrix. Upper triangular matrix means above the principal diagonal there will be some elements, but all the elements below the principal diagonal are 0. All the elements below the principal diagonal are 0. Means if this is principal diagonal, below all are 0. Means 1, 2, 3, 0, 1. It can be anything. 4 or something, or 0 something. 0, 0, 5. Like this. Below the principal diagonal all are zeros. Above it can be anything. It can be 0 also here. Doesn't matter. I am not talking about whether 0 or 1, 2, 3 here. But below the diagonal, diagonal all should be 0. Then it is called as upper triangular matrix. Upper triangular matrix. In a square matrix, if the below the principal diagonal element all are zeros, then it is called as upper triangular matrix. Next, lower triangular matrix. And this upper triangular matrix, this form is also called as echelon form. Echelon form. This form is also called as echelon form. Remember, keeping all the elements below diagonal, if you are making zeros, that is echelon form. It can be all zeros or need not be all zeros. We will try to make all zeros, but sometimes only few are zeros. Still this. That is echelon form. Here, lower upper triangular means all elements must be zero. That is only the difference between echelon form and upper triangular matrix. Next, lower triangular matrix. Lower triangular matrix. Lower triangular matrix is below the principal diagonal there will be some elements, but above the principal diagonal always zeros. Above the principal diagonal all zeros. Below it can be anything. Like above the principal element, principal diagonal all are zeros. Below the principal diagonal there will be some element. Such type of matrix is called as lower triangular matrix. Lower triangular matrix. Lower triangular matrix. Next. Next, idempotent matrix. We have learned many types of matrices. Idempotent matrix. Idempotent matrix. What is idempotent matrix? Idempotent matrix means A square equal to A square equal to A, then A is called as idempotent matrix. A square equal to A, then A is called as idempotent matrix. Idempotent matrix. And involuntary matrix. Next one is involuntary matrix. Involuntary matrix. Involuntary matrix means if A square equal to I. A square equal to I. Example of involuntary matrix is A square equal to I means A equal to 0, 1, 1, 0 if I do. What is A square here? A square is 0, 1, 1, 0 into 0, 1, 1, 0. 0 matrix multiplication. First row is first column. So it becomes 0 plus 1. Next, 0 plus 0. Next, 0 plus 0. 1 plus 0. So what will get? 1, 0, 0, 1. Is I only or not? So A square equal to I, then it is called as involuntary matrix. Involuntary matrix. If A square equal to A, then it is called as idempotent matrix. Then it is called as idempotent matrix. If AB equal to A, if AB equal to A and BA equal to B, then A and B are called as involuntary matrix. Idempotent matrix. If AB equal to A and BA equal to B, BA equal to B, then A and B are idempotent matrix. Then A and B are idempotent matrix. Idempotent matrix. Then A power n plus B power n. Then A power n plus B power n equal to A plus B. A power n plus B power n equal to A plus B. If A and B are such that AB equal to A, BA equal to B, then AB are called as idempotent matrix and A power n plus B power n equal to A plus B. If these two are idempotent. Next. Idempotent matrix, involuntary matrix. Next, nilpotent matrix. Nilpotent. All this we discussed in first year. We will go through the first year notes. Nilpotent matrix. What is nilpotent matrix? Means if A power n equal to, if A power n for small value, A power n equal to 0. If A power n equal to 0, if A power n equal to 0, where n is the least positive integer, then it is called as nilpotent matrix. It is called as nilpotent matrix, and least value of n is called as index of the nilpotent matrix. Index of the nilpotent matrix. If A power n equal to 0, then A is called as nilpotent matrix, and n is the least positive value is called as, because A power 4 is 0, then A power 6 also 0, A power 7 also 0, but 4 is the index. Like that, for which least value of A power n is 0, then that n is called as index of the nilpotent matrix. Index of the nilpotent matrix. All these are the types of matrices we already discussed in our first year. Next, we discussed many more things in matrices. Next, coming to the addition of matrices. Before that, we will discuss trace also. What is a trace of a matrix? Trace of a matrix. What is a trace of a matrix? In a square matrix, sum of elements of principal diagonal is called as trace of a matrix. In a square matrix, sum of elements of principal diagonal is called as trace of a matrix. This is a square matrix, a part of the matrix. Then sum of elements of principal diagonal means 1 plus 5 plus 0. So trace of A equal to, printed like this, trace of A equal to 1 plus 5 plus 0, how much? 6. So 6 is the trace of the matrix. So trace of the matrix is sum of elements in the principal diagonal of a matrix is called as trace of a matrix. Trace of a matrix. Sum of elements in the principal diagonal is called as trace of a matrix. Next, what more we discussed in first year? Addition of matrices, multiplication of matrices, next symmetric, skew symmetric, many more we discussed. First we will go for addition of matrices. Addition of a matrices is possible only if they are of the same size. Addition of matrices is possible only if they are of the same size. Addition or subtraction, both possible only if they are of the same size. For example, A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and B equal to 6, 7. Then this is 2 by 2, this is 1 by 2. So both not are of the same size. So A plus B not possible. A plus B not possible. B is again 2 by 2. A is 2 by 2, B is 2 by 2. Both are of same size. Then you can do addition. So addition of matrices is nothing but sum of the corresponding elements. Or subtraction of the corresponding elements is difference of the matrix. Like A plus B equal to, if I want to be A plus B, add the corresponding elements. So there should be corresponding elements. That's why both should be of the same size. Simple logic. Both should be of the same size, then only you can add the corresponding elements. So 6 plus 1, 7, 7 plus 2, 9, 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 0, 4. Like this, by adding corresponding elements, you will get A plus B. Or if you subtract corresponding elements, then you will get A minus B. Like this, A plus B and A minus B. You can do addition of the matrices. And properties under addition, we already discussed. Addition is commutative. Means A plus B always equal to B plus A. What is commutative I told? A plus B equal to B plus A. Next, addition is associative. We discussed all this. Addition is associative. Means A plus B plus C equal to A plus B plus C. This is addition is associative. A plus B plus C equal to A plus B plus C. Next, identity under addition. Identity under addition is null matrix. Identity under addition is null matrix. Because A plus 0 always gives you A. So identity under addition is null matrix. Next, inverse under addition is inverse of A is minus A. So inverse of A is minus A because A plus minus A equal to its identity 0 equal to minus A plus A. So minus A is the additive inverse of A. Minus A is additive inverse of A. So inverse of A is minus A. Additive inverse of A. Additive inverse of A is minus A. Additive identity is 0. Addition is associative as well as commutative. All these properties we already discussed. Next, multiplication properties. Coming to multiplication. First basic rule for multiplication. For addition, both should be of the same size, but here need not be same size. Need not be same size. What is the condition for multiplication then? Condition for multiplication of matrices is number of columns in the first matrix equal to number of rows in the second matrix. Number of columns in the first matrix equal to number of rows in the second matrix. For example, A is m by b and b should be b by something because number of columns is b. So number of rows in b must be b by something. Then only multiplication is possible. Then only multiplication is possible. So multiplication of two matrices is possible only if number of columns in the first matrix is equal to number of rows in the second matrix. Only if number of columns in the first matrix is equal to number of rows in the second matrix. These two must be equal. Automatically, the resultant is m by n. So AB is a matrix of size m by n. AB is a matrix of size m by n. AB is a matrix of size m by n. A equal to A of ij of the size m by p and B equal to P of some jk of the size p by n. Then multiplication of the two c is equal to AB. Now c equal to sigma of p is equal to 1 to n a of ij into d of jk. These two should be equal. So multiplication of the two. This only will say with simple ways. First row with first column gives you multiplication of the first row first column element. First row with second column gives you first row second column element. First row with third column. Same. This is representation, that is actual. Next. So multiplication is possible if only if both are of the same size. For example, A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and B is equal to 3, 4. So what is the size of this? 2 by 2. What is the size of this? 1 by 2. So this is column scale is 2 but row scale is 1. Not equal. So AB not possible. AB not possible. Multiplication is not possible. If, for example, this is like this 3, 4, then this is 2 by 1. Now multiplication is possible. Now the number of columns equal to number of rows. Multiplication is possible. And resultant is this 2 by 1. So if I want to do AB now, first row with first column. So I can do now. Otherwise previously I can't do that. First row with first column. Then will be first row with. So if I do first row with first column, 3 plus sigma I kept means plus 3 plus 2 4 j 8. Like first row with second column, there is no second column. Next second row with first column, it is a 9 plus 4 4 j 16. So the resultant is 11, 25. So what is the order of this? 2 by 1. So the resultant order is m by n. I told if it is m by p, p by n. So these two must be equal and the resultant is this always. So that's why multiplication is possible only if number of columns in the first row, first matrix equal to number of rows in the second matrix. Next, properties of multiplication. We already discussed in the last year. Again, like addition. Coming to the properties. First one, multiplication need not be commutative. need not be commutative. Usually we will say not commutative. Need not be commutative because AB need not be equal to BA. In the previous case, if I am writing like this AB, 2E by 1, 2 by 2, AB possible, like BA not possible, like that. In the previous example itself, A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, like 2 by 2, and the second B equal to some 3, 4, like this I took. This is not possible and this is possible I told, 2 by 1. Now, AB is possible, AB we already did. If I want BA, what about BA? BA is, here this is the first matrix, columns of first matrix is 1, but rows of second matrix is 2, not equal. So BA not possible. AB possible, BA itself not possible. How can we say both are equal? So they may be equal or may not be equal in some cases. So usually we will say they are not equal. That's why we will say commutative need not applicable. Commutative need not be applicable. So not commutative under multiplication. Addition is commutative, but multiplication need not be commutative. But multiplication is associative. Multiplication is associative. AB into C is equal to AB into C. Multiplication is associative. Multiplication is associative. Next, identity under multiplication is identity matrix and unit matrix. Identity under multiplication is unit matrix because AI equal to IA is equal to A itself. If you do AI or IA gives you A itself. So I is called as identity. I is called as identity under multiplication. Null matrix is identity under addition. Unit matrix is identity under multiplication. Identity under multiplication. Under multiplication. Identity under multiplication. Next, if AB equal to BA equal to identity, then I can say one is the inverse of the other. So AB equal to BA equal to I, then B equal to A inverse or A equal to B inverse. We can say one is the inverse of the other. If AB equal to BA equal to I, then A is the inverse of B as well as B is the inverse of I. B is the inverse of I. Like this, we can discuss the multiplication properties. Remaining concepts we will discuss in the next class. We are discussing properties of multiplication. Next, the multiplication properties. Multiplication is commutative, we discussed. Multiplication need not be commutative, we discussed. Multiplication is associative, we discussed. And identity inverse, we discussed. And one more thing, equality property in multiplication. If AB equal to AC, B need not be equal to C until if A is invertible. Until if A is invertible, we can't say B equal to C. If A is invertible means non-singular. A is non-singular. Then we can do AB into A inverse equal to A inverse into AB, called as cancellation law. A inverse into A is I into B is B, equal to A into A inverse is I into C is C. So B equal to C. So B equal to C. So this is one more property under multiplication. B equal to C, AB equal to AC, you can't cancel directly A and A on both sides. Directly you can't say B equal to C. Sometimes AB is 0, AC is 0, but A need not be equal to 0. So that's why you should go for cancellation law. Means A is non-singular, then only we can say that B equal to C. If A is non-singular means invertible, then if A is non-singular, then only we can say B equal to C. Then only we can say B equal to C. Otherwise we can't say B equal to C, A B equal to A. So we can't cancel A on both sides. So cancellation law does not hold unless A is non-singular. Next property under multiplication is distributive. Next property under multiplication is distributive property. Next property is distributive under multiplication. Additional multiplication, this is combination. A into B plus C is equal to AB plus AC. A into B plus C equal to AB plus AC is distributive property you can write. But BA, B plus C into A, you can't write AB. You should write BA plus CA. BA plus CA. Like this left hand, right hand multiplication you are doing is most important. You should write that on that side only. Next, using this, if you want A plus B whole square, if you want to multiply A plus B whole square, you can't write A square plus B square plus 2AB. This is, if you multiply properly using distributive property, you will get A square plus B square plus CAB plus BA. Plus CAB plus BA. Like A minus B whole square you will get. Just by using distributive property, you can get A plus B whole square and A minus B whole square formula. So you should do right hand multiplication properly, left hand multiplication properly. Then only you can do it properly. You will get it properly. So A plus B whole square equal to A square plus B square plus AB plus BA. Next, scalar multiplication. Scalar multiplication means if you want to do some KA, then every element of A should be multiplied with the scalar K. Like A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. I want 5A. Then each element will be multiplied by 5. 5, 10, 15, 20. This is called as scalar multiplication. Matrix multiplication possible only if number of columns in first matrix equal to number of rows in the second matrix. Scalar multiplication is each element is to be multiplied by the scalar constant K. It is called as scalar multiplication. Like this we can say about the properties of the multiplication. We already discussed, just a brief review. Next, we will discuss in the next class.